I will be telling you about the time when I broke my arm. I slithered onto the floor, creeping down just like a black mamba. My claws retracted, waiting for flesh to sink it into. My shoulder blades moved up and down, tensing my muscles. My paws were silent, making my prey unaware of the danger. I weaved my way through waves of bullets and nerve guns. The time was close. I tensed my muscles and leapt to my unfortunate prey, my mum. I soared over the sofa. For minutes it seemed, until with a crash so loud it scared my dad. I crashed my shoulder onto the arm of the sofa, the worst part of the sofa. Just my lucky day, wasn't it? I screamed my head off. I screamed like I'd never screamed before. I screamed like my mum, and that is an achievement. My shoulder screamed in agony. I felt like a hippo had bitten in my shoulder, with its razor-sharp, bloodthirsty teeth, and a black mamba had put its venom through my nervous system and snapped my shoulder apart into tiny pieces. Tiny shards of bone went flying everywhere. Glass broke, and angry neighbours woke up with complaints of, "What atrocious behaviour, young child! How dare you interrupt my beauty sleep?"
I'm going to tell you about the time when I stopped a train. I eventually got bored of staring around jungles of bags and seas of polished work shoes. The only positive side, I was high above anyone else on my dad's shoulders. I took to observing the features of this particular train. Same old, same old. The dull green fabric of the seats, the boring grey of the metal wall, and the thick poles that we were holding on to, for my mum says contained plenty of bacteria. It was only after what must have been hours monotonously taking in an unimaginative feature after unimaginative feature that I finally spotted it. A large, bright red button looming behind my head, casting its ominous shadow over me. What would happen if I pressed it? Would the world end? Would a parade of monsters come charging through the carriage? Or would it be a positive effect? Maybe we would become rich and famous. I weighed up the options. Which was more likely? After what seemed a lifetime, I made my decision.